Hello everyone, welcome in the online class from St. Joseph's Academy, Ghaziabad. I hope all of you are fit and fine. Now, today's our subject is Maths for grade 5. Today we will study operation with decimals. That is the chapter number 10 of your books, class 5. Now, decimals, first of all study. What are decimals? Students, decimals are one of the types of numbers which has a whole number and the fraction part separated by a decimal point. The dot present between the whole number and fraction part is called decimal point. Now, again, what is decimal? The whole number and the fraction part is separated by the dot. That is called the decimal number. And let us study the decimal numbers. Now, here, the decimal numbers, I'll show you with one example. We are having 34.7. 34.7. In it, 34 is the whole number and 7 is the fraction part. And in between 34 and 7, there is dot is there, that is called the decimal point. Before decimal, the first digit is ones towards left side and next is the tenth as the whole numbers are having. But after decimal, the first digit is 10. The digits which follows decimal that starts from 10. So this is 34.7. We read it like this. This is called decimal. In this chapter, we will study the operations with decimals. We can do addition, subtraction, multiplication, and divisions of decimals. So let us study the addition first of all. In addition, let's see the rules which we have to follow for addition of decimals. Rule number 1 is make sure that all the decimal points are in line. First thing what we have to remember, that all the digits should be in line. Decimal point should be in line. Ones will come under ones and all the tens will come under tens and decimals under decimals. Now, number 2, write the decimal numbers according to their place values. So we have to write all the decimals number according to their place values. Number 3, rule number 3, put zeros if necessary to complete the required number of decimal places. If one number is having 2 digits after decimal or very less digits before decimal, then we can put zeros so that there are less chances of mistake. Rule number 4 is add the decimal numbers just the addition of whole numbers. As we adding the whole numbers, same way we will add the decimal numbers. Only one thing we have to remember, that all the decimal points will come in a line. And if the digits are less, we will put 0 at their place. And all the numbers are written according to their place values. These are the 4 rules that we have to follow to add the decimals. So let us start with the examples. Our exercise 10A, we are going to start now. The question number 1D, we will do first of all, add 432.296 plus 554.754. We have to add these numbers. Let us see how we will write them. I have written here, denoted with the green ink, ones, tens, hundred, the whole numbers. Then D represents decimal number. The decimal point, that is the dot we are writing. After decimal, the first number is tenth, then hundredth, then thousand. So we will write these numbers according to their place value. Look there, all the decimals are coming under one another. They are in a line, and all the ones, tens, hundred, all are in a straight line. All the ones under ones, tens under tens. So we have to write the numbers in proper place value form. So if we will write them properly, then we can do addition without any mistakes. So we will add them like we are adding the whole number. 6 plus 4 equal 10. We will write 0. 1 is carried. Then 9 plus 1, 10 plus 5, 15. We will write 5. And 1 is carried. The tens is carried to the tens. Now, 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 7 equal 10. We will write 0. 1 is carried to the ones. Now we will add 1 plus 2 plus 4 equals 7. Now in tens, no carry is there. So 3 plus 5 equal 8. And 4 plus 5 equal 9. In this way, students, we can add the decimal numbers, but we have to be very careful on the top. Write down ones, tens, hundreds, decimal, then 10, 100, and 1000. Let's take another example for more clarity. That is the question number 2, part D. Add 53.481 plus 62.195 plus 90.521 plus 475.624. Let us see how we will write these numbers. So first of all, write the place value chart on the top, then write all the numbers. Here, students, look, there is the 53 but one number is having 475 also. So at the 100 place, if no digit is there, we have written 0. So that the digits become equal. All the numbers will have ones also, tens also, and 100 also. If any digit is missing, we will put 0. Now, let us add 1 plus 5 plus 1 plus 4 equal 11. We will write 1 and 1 is carried of 11 towards 100. 8 plus 1, 9. 9 plus 9, 18. 18 plus 2, 20 plus 2, 22. 2 we will write and 2 we will carry to the next digit. Now we will add these 10. 4 plus 2 plus 1 plus 5 plus 6 is equal to 18. 8 we will write and 1 we will carry towards ones. And we will not disturb decimal. We will not write any carryover numbers on decimals. Decimals row is only to put the decimals. Now, when we will add ones, that 3 plus 1, 4 plus 2, 6. 6 plus 5 is 11. 1 is written, 1 is carried to the tens. Now 5 plus 1, 6, 6 plus 6, 12, 12 plus 9, 21, plus 7, 28. 8 is the tens and 2 we will carry towards the hundreds. Now we will add the hundreds, 2 plus 4 equal 6. So in this question, we make the digits, all the digits equal by adding the zeros. This is the second type of sum. Now let's go to the next sum. Next sum is 14.7 plus 1.47 plus 0.147 plus 30.85. So let's see how we will add. Here in this question, you can see that in the first number, it is written 14.7. But one number is having 3 digits after decimal also. So we will add zeros, put the zeros so that all the numbers have 3 digits after decimal. In 14.7 also, 1.47 also, and 30.85 also. We put zeros according to their requirement so that after decimal, all the numbers will have 3 digits. So after making them equal, we will make the place value chart. Then we will write these numbers. Let us start addition now. When we will add tens, it's only 7. So we will write 7. Now we will add 100. 100, 7 plus 4, 11 plus 5, 16. 6 we will write, 6 is the 100 and 1 is 10. Now add 10, 7 plus 1, 8, 8 plus 4, 12, 12 plus 1, 13, 13 plus 8, 21. 1 is 10 and 2 is ones. It is carried to the ones. Now add the ones, 2 plus 6, 2 plus 4, 6 plus 1, 7. Now add 10, 3 plus 1, 4. So students, in this way, in this question, I have explained that if after decimal, any number is having less number of digits, put the zeros and make all the numbers should have equal numbers of digits. Like in this question, we put the zeros and make 3 digits after decimal. In this way, we can add. Now, let us start with the next question. The next question 4B. Rupees 360.15 plus rupees 650.75 plus rupees 46.45 plus rupees 0.80. So let's add. This is the addition of rupees and paisa. The digits after decimal is called paisa and the digits before decimals are rupees. Here also we have added and we got it. Now that was the simple addition of rupees and paisa. Now is the subtraction of decimal fraction. Now let us start the subtraction of decimal fraction. First of all, we will study the rules. So which are the rules? The rules are the larger number. In the subtraction, the larger number is called minuend. Should have at least the same number of decimal places as the smaller number. Means the larger number should have at least the same number of decimal places as the smaller number. If decimal places are there, then put zeros, make them equal. For this, you may have to put zeros at the end of its decimal part to make the digits equal in the larger number and in the smaller number. So this rule we have to follow for doing subtraction of decimal fraction. Here is the example. Subtract 0.508 from 83.5. Look here, the larger number is 83.5. Minuend is 83.5. Here, after decimal, only one digit is, that is 5. But in the smaller number, there are 3 digits are there after decimal. So we will put zeros there so that the digits after decimal will become same. Here, look here, 83.5, we can write 83.500 so that in the bigger number and in the smaller number, 3 digits will become after decimal. Here, I have written, now both the numbers have 3 digits after decimal if we will put the 2 zeros in the larger number. Let's do the examples so that the question's subtraction becomes very clear to all of you. Now, is the question 5D. Subtract 540.5 minus 369.421. Look here. In the bigger number is having only 1 digit after decimal and the smaller number is having 3 digits after decimal. So we will put 2 zeros after 5 so that the larger number, the minuend, will also have 3 digits after decimal. Then only we can do subtraction. Look here. We have written the question. First of all, write the chart. Then now this number will become 540.500. 540.5 as we will make same number of digits. Now the smaller number we will write 369.421. Now let's start subtraction. Here the 10th is 0. From 0 we can't subtract 1. So we will borrow it from 100. 100 is also 0. So we will borrow from 10. And now it will become 10. 10 minus 1 equal 9. And 100, 9 minus 2 equals 7. And tens are 4. 4 minus 4 equals 0. Now come to the whole number. Whole number is having 0. From 0 we can't subtract 9. So we will borrow from tens. So it will become 10. 10 minus 9 equal 1. And tens after giving one number will remain 3. 4 will become 3. And 3 we cannot subtract 6 from 3. So we will borrow from 100 and hundreds will become 4 and this 3 will become 13. 13 minus 6 equals 7 and 4 minus 3 equal 1. So we will borrow from the next number that we are moving from right towards left. We will borrow if the bigger number is smaller, digit is smaller, we will borrow from the next number. In this way, first of all, we will put the zeros so that the digits after decimal will become same. Then only we can subtract. Now let us take one more example. That is the question number 6C. Subtract 368.55 from 400.125. Here students, the bigger number is 400.125 having 3 digits after decimal. But the smaller number is having only 2 digits, that is 55. So what we will do? We will add 1 digit here. But we will write 550. We will not write 0 in the beginning after decimal. No, we will write the 0 at the end. So let's see how we will do it. First of all, make the chart, write the decimal and the left side of the decimal whole number and the right side of the decimal fraction number. Write the bigger number, that is 400.125, smaller number 368.550. Now start subtraction. From 5 we can subtract 0, it will become 5. 5 minus 0 is equal to 5. Now from 100, that is 2. From 2 we can't subtract 5. So we will borrow from 10. It will become 12. 12 minus 5 equals 7. And now, first of all, 10th was 1. After giving, it will become only 0. From 0 we can't subtract 5. So we will borrow from ones, the first number after decimal. Now 10th become 10. 10 minus 5 equals 5. Now come to ones. Ones now remain 9. 9 minus 8 equals 1. And tens, 9 minus 6 equals 3. And hundreds will remain 3. 3 minus 3 equals 0. In this way, after making the digits equal after the decimal, we can subtract. There are very less chances of mistake. So first of all, students, make the digits equal, then only subtract. Now take the next example, that is subtract 154.62 minus rupees 78. Look here. The first number, the bigger number is having 2 digits after decimal, but the smaller number is having only the whole number, that is 78. No decimal number is there. So students, when there is no decimal number, what we will do? We can write the decimal and put the zeros. Why we put 2 zeros here? Because in the bigger number, there are 2 digits are there after decimal. So we will write rupees 78 as rupees 78.00. Now both the numbers have equal number of decimal places. Now Make this chart, decimal, 10, 100, and write the bigger number first. 154 minus 0.62 minus 78. 78 means 8 is ones, 7 is tens, and no 100 is there, we will put 0. Decimal 0, 0. Because after decimal, no digit is there, we will put 2 zeros. Now easily we can subtract. 2 minus 0 equal 2. 6 minus 0 equals 6. Now 10 is 6 and 100 is 2. Now we will put the sign of decimal under decimal. And from 4, we can't subtract 8. 4 is smaller, 8 is bigger. So we will borrow from tens. Now tens are 5. When it will give to ones, it will become 4. And ones become 14. Because they will get 1 tenths. 1 tenths is equal to 10 ones. 10 plus 4 equal 14. 14 minus 8 equal 6. Now, how many tenths remain here? After giving, it remain only 4. From 4, we can't subtract 7. So, we will borrow from 100. We will get 100. So, 100 means 10 tenths. And it will become 14. 14 minus 7 equal 7. And now hundreds are 0. 0 minus 0 equal 0. In this way, students, we can do addition and subtraction of decimal fractions. Only one thing you have to remember, the rule, that is the decimals will come in a line, and if there are less number of digits after decimal, put the zeros so that in the addition also, subtraction also, the digits after decimal will be same. All the numbers will have same number of digits after decimal. With this, this exercise is over. Now is the time of assignment. Students, what you have to do? In the sum number 1, you have to do B part. Sum number 2, question number 2, C. Sum number 3, A part. Sum number 4, A part. Sum number 5, B part. Sum number 6, C part. And the sum number 7, A and B part both. Students, you have to complete your work in your notebook. With this, your chapter is over. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Remain at home. Thank you, beta.